Prayer is power. When you pray, then you are in touch with your higher consciousness. Pray. Pray. Prayer is power. Pray. 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 Prayer is power. Prayer is power. What are you going to do? Pray. 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 When you pray, then you are in touch with your higher consciousness. Pray. 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 Prayer is power. Prayer is power. Pray. Prayer is power. When you pray, then you are in touch with your higher consciousness. Pray. Pray. Prayer is power. Prayer is power. Prayer is power. Pray. Pray. Prayer is power. Prayer is power. Prayer is power. What are you going to do? Pray. Pray. Pray.
Welcome, everyone, to Dr. Pillai's Religion of Religions YouTube channel. Today is Tuesday, May 2nd, 2023. We are about to do a live, in-depth planetary puja using the chart of now, based on my current location in the state of New Mexico in the USA. My name is Swamini Valli. I am a Pillai Center teacher and priestess and an AstroVed astrologer. And I'm very happy to be hosting this program Monday through Friday on this channel. Dr. Pillai has said the planets and stars are more than just objects in outer space. There is a divine light being associated with each of them. In doing the planetary puja, we are connecting with these light beings, and we are inviting their positive blessings to flow into us and also into our world. To do the puja, I'm using the South Indian style layout of the chart. Excuse me. I have some water, a lit tea light, an incense stick, a bell, a raisin, and a bowl of fresh flower petals that I'm going to use during the puja. I start with taking some of the water and I put it. I see someone asking a question in the chat. If you can hold questions till the end, that's helpful, as it's a little hard for me to talk and look at a question at the same time. I'll have to address that at the end, Barbara. Thank you for raising it. To start the puja, I'm using the water and I'm putting a few drops of water on all four sides of the blackboard chart to purify the space for the puja, putting a few drops of water on my own head to purify me, and I am sending a few drops of water out into space to symbolically purify all of you, so that whether you're watching this live or later on a replay, everyone is purified going into the puja. We start with invoking Ganesha, the archetype who removes obstacles and also is a patron of astrology. Om Shring Gang, Om Shring Gang, Om Shring Gang. We ask Ganesha to come and to remove all obstacles from this puja, and I ask him to remove all obstacles in your lives, in the physical, mental, emotional, financial, and spiritual areas of your lives. I ask him to remove obstacles for all of you, now and always. Now, we do a short Tamil chant, asking all of the planets to be beneficial towards us. Ahasura Nalla Nalla, Ave Nalla Nalla, Atiyar Arvarku Mikave. Ahasura Nalla Nalla, Ave Nalla Nalla, Atiyar Arvarku Mikave. Asura Nalla Nalla, Ave Nalla Nalla, Atiyar Arvarku Mikave. We ask all of the planets, excuse me, we ask all of the planets to be beneficial today towards all of us and towards our world. We thank St. Gnanasamunda for teaching this chant, and we are grateful to Dr. Pillai for sharing it with us. Now, we start with honoring the time elements that are active in my local area. We start with the planet that's ruling the day. Today is Tuesday, ruled by Mars. I put flower petals on Mars on the blackboard chart. Om Mangalaya Namaha. Om Mangalaya Namaha. Om Mangalaya Namaha. Now we honor the star that the moon is in. Right now, the moon is in a star called Uttara Phalguni, a star with relationship energies. And when we come around again to do the moon in the puja, the moon will be in a different star. Right now it's in Uttara Phalguni, and I put the flower petals on top of the moon. Om Uttara Phalgunaye Namaha. Om Uttara Phalgunaye Namaha. Om Uttara Phalgunaye Namaha. Now we honor the Tithi or the moon phase. The moment we are in the 12th waxing moon, called Dwadasi in Sanskrit. I put the flower petals on the moon. Om Dwadasi Devye Namaha. Om Dwadasi Devye Namaha. Om Dwadasi Devye Namaha. Now we honor the planet ruling the hour. In my local area, that's the sun. I put the flower petals on the sun. Om Suryaya Namaha. Om Suryaya Namaha. Om Suryaya Namaha. Now we are going to acknowledge the yoga and the Karana time elements. Dr. Pillai said for these, we would not use flower petals. We would say their names in Sanskrit 3 times each. The yoga that's active right now is one called Harshana, which has energies that are joyous. Harshana, Harshana, Harshana. And the Karana that's active right now is one called Balava, which has energies that are spiritual. Balava, Balava, Balava. Now we turn our attention to the chart of the moment. The moment the ascendant, represented here with the letters AC, is in the sign of Vrishabha or Taurus. Dr. Pillai said we would always start with the planet that rules the ascendant sign as a gesture for its importance at the moment. Taurus is ruled by Venus. I put the flower petals on Venus. Om Shukraya Namaha. Om Shukraya Namaha. Om Shukraya Namaha. Now we're going to go around the chart in a clockwise direction, honoring the various planets as we go around the chart. The next Rasi or sign that has a planet in it is Mithuna or Gemini, which today contains Venus and Mars. We start with honoring Venus. Om Shukraya Namaha. Om Shukraya Namaha. Om Shukraya Namaha. Venus is in a star called Mrgashira, a star that can give blessings to help with enlightenment and also to give us curiosity, to be willing to try new things. I put the flower petals on Venus. Om Mrgashiraye Namaha. Om Mrgashiraye Namaha. Om Mrgashiraye Namaha. Mrgashira star is ruled by Soma, a liquefied form of the moon in which he is a divine nectar, the Amrita of immortality. I put the flower petals on Venus. Om Somaye Namaha. Om Somaye Namaha. Om Somaye Namaha. Mrgashira star is ruled by Mars. I put the flower petals on Mars. Om Mangalaya Namaha. Om Mangalaya Namaha. Om Mangalaya Namaha. Now we honor Mars for being in Gemini. I put more flower petals on him. Om Mangalaya Namaha. Om Mangalaya Namaha. Om Mangalaya Namaha. Mars is in a star called Purnavasu, a star symbolized as a quiver of arrows, a star that can give energy for freedom. I put the flower petals on Mars. Om Purnavasaye Namaha. Om Om Purnavasaye Namaha. Om Purnavasaye Namaha. Purnavasu's star is ruled by Aditi, a goddess who is considered the mother of many of the gods. I put the flower petals on Mars. Om Aditye Namaha. Om Aditye Namaha. Om Aditye Namaha. Purnavasu's star is ruled by Jupiter. I put the flower petals on Jupiter. Om Gurave Namaha. Om Gurave Namaha. Om Gurave Namaha. Now we honor the planet that rules Gemini, which is Mercury, who is retrograde. I put the flower petals on Mercury. Om Buddhaheha Namaha. Om Buddhaheha Namaha. Om Buddhaheha Namaha. We pause for a moment and reflect on Matuna, or Gemini, a zodiac sign with a great range of energies, today containing two passionate planets, Venus, planet of love and beauty and joy, and Mars, a planet that can be both a healer and a protector. We pause for a moment and reflect on this. The next Rasi or sign with the planet in it is Kanya, or Virgo, which today contains the moon. We honor the moon. I put flower petals on him. Om Chandraya Namaha. Om Chandraya Namaha. Om Chandraya Namaha. The moon has now moved into a star called Hasta, a star symbolized as an open hand in blessing. I put the flower petals on the moon. Om Hastaye Namaha. Om Hastaye Namaha. Om Hastaye Namaha. Hasta star is ruled by Savitur, a form of the sun associated with truth. Om Saviturye Namaha. Om Saviturye Namaha. Om Saviturye Namaha. Hasta star is ruled by the moon. I put the flower petals on the moon. Om Chandraya Namaha. Om Chandraya Namaha. Om Chandraya Namaha. We pause. Now we honor the planet that rules Virgo, which is Mercury. I put flower petals on Mercury. Om Buddhaheha Namaha. Om Buddhaheha Namaha. Om Buddhaheha Namaha. We pause for a moment and reflect on Kanya or Virgo, the most analytical of all the zodiac signs, today containing the moon, which is our mind and our emotions. We pause for a moment and reflect on this. The next Strasser sign with a planet in it is Tula or Libra, which today contains Ketu. We honor Ketu and put flower petals on him. Om Ketave Namaha. Om Ketave Namaha. Om Ketave Namaha. Ketu is in a star called Swati, a star symbolized as young shoots of plants blowing in the wind. Om Swatye Namaha. Om Swatye Namaha. Om Swatye Namaha. Swati star is ruled by Vayu, archetype who rules the wind and the air element, and also is the father of Hanuman. I put the flower petals on Ketu. Om Vayuve Namaha. Om Vayuve Namaha. Om Vayuve Namaha. Swati star is ruled by Rahu. I put the flower petals on Rahu. Om Rahave Namaha. Om Rahave Namaha. Om Rahave Namaha. Now we honor the planet that rules Libra, which is Venus. I put flower petals on Venus. Om Shukraiha Namaha. Om Shukraiha Namaha. Om Shukraiha Namaha. We pause for a moment and reflect on Tula or Libra, a zodiac sign with energies for balance, fairness, harmony, today containing Ketu, who is sometimes called the saintly planet. We pause for a moment and reflect on this. The next Strasser sign with the planet in it is Makara or Capricorn, which today contains Pluto. We honor Pluto. I put flower petals on him. Om Krum Kruntankaiha Namaha. Om Krum Kruntankaiha Namaha. Om Krum Kruntankaiha Namaha. Pluto is in a star called Uttara Ashada, a star that can give long-lasting blessings for success. And put the flower petals on Pluto. Om Uttar Shadaye Namaha. Om Uttar Shadaye Namaha. Om Uttar Shadaye Namaha. Uttarashada star is ruled by the 10 Visvadevas, 10 archetypes who each embody a unique, divine, universal principle. We ask for blessings from all 10 of them, and I put the flower petals on Pluto. Om Visvadevasye Namaha. Om Visvadevasye Namaha. Om Visvadevasye Namaha. Uttarashada star is ruled by the sun. I put flower petals on the sun. Om Suryaya Namaha. Om Suryaya Namaha. Om Suryaya Namaha. Now we honor the planet that rules Capricorn, which is Saturn. I put flower petals on Saturn. Om Sanisharaya Namaha. Om Sanisharaya Namaha. Om Sanisharaya Namaha. We pause for a moment and reflect on Makara or Capricorn, a zodiac sign that can activate ancient past life skills and abilities. Today, containing Pluto, a planet that can help with rationality and science. We pause for a moment and reflect on this. The next Rasi or sign with the planet in it is Kumbha or Aquarius, which today contains Saturn. We honor Saturn. Om Sanisharaya Namaha. Om Sanisharaya Namaha. Om Sanisharaya Namaha. Saturn is in a star called Satyabhisha, a star symbolized as an empty circle. Its nickname is 100 Physicians, as it has tremendous healing energies and also can give interest in esoteric subjects. I put the flower petals on Saturn. Om Satyabhishaye Namaha. Om Satyabhishaye Namaha. Om Satyabhishaye Namaha. Satyabhisha's star is ruled by Varuna, archetype who rules the rain and the oceans. Om Varunaye Namaha. Om Varunaye Namaha. Om Varunaye Namaha. Satyabhisha's star is ruled by Rahu. I put the flower petals on Rahu. Om Rahave Namaha. Om Rahave Namaha. Om Rahave Namaha. Now we honor the planet that rules Aquarius, which is Saturn. I put the flower petals on Saturn. Om Sanisharaya Namaha. Om Sanisharaya Namaha. Om Sanisharaya Namaha. We pause for a moment and reflect on Kumbha or Aquarius, a zodiac sign that has energies to help us to be humanitarian and service-oriented. Today containing Saturn, planet of patience, compassion, structure. We pause for a moment and reflect on this. The next Rasi or sign with the planet in it is Meena or Pisces, which today contains Neptune. We honor Neptune, and I put the flower petals on him. Om Vam Varunaye Namaha. Om Vam Varunaye Namaha. Om Vam Varunaye Namaha. Neptune is in a star called Purvabhadrapada, a star that can give blessings to help with enlightenment, charity, purification. I put the flower petals on Neptune. Om Purvabhadrapadaye Namaha. Om Purvabhadrapadaye Namaha. Om Purvabhadrapadaye Namaha. Purvabhadrapada's star is ruled by Aja Ekapada, an archetype who can help us experience deeper levels of stillness and forgiveness. Om Aja Ekapadaye Namaha. Om Aja Ekapadaye Namaha. Om Aja Ekapadaye Namaha. Neptune is ruled by Jupiter. I put flower petals on Jupiter. Om Gurave Namaha. Om Gurave Namaha. Om Gurave Namaha. Now we honor the planet that rules Pisces, which is Jupiter. I put more flower petals on Jupiter. Om Gurave Namaha. Om Gurave Namaha. Om Gurave Namaha. We pause for a moment and reflect on Meena or Pisces, a sign with energies to be transcendental and metaphysical, today containing Neptune, a planet that helps with our intuition and also with understanding our own inner life. We pause for a moment and reflect on this. The next Rasi or sign with the planet in it is Misha or Aries, which today contains Jupiter, Rahu, Mercury retrograde, the Sun, and Uranus. Jupiter and Rahu are in the same star, so we will honor both of them before we invoke the star. I start with Jupiter. Om Gurave Namaha. Om Gurave Namaha. Om Gurave Namaha. Next, we honor Rahu. Om Rahave Namaha. Om Rahave Namaha. Om Rahave Namaha. Jupiter and Rahu are both in a star called Ashwini, a star symbolized as the head of a horse, a star with blessings for help us to have speed and also to have healing. Om Ashwini Namaha. Om Ashwini Namaha. Om Ashwini Namaha. Ashwini star is ruled by the Ashwini Kumaras, horse-headed twins who have tremendous healing energies. Om Ashwini Kumaras Namaha. Om Ashwini Kumaras Namaha. Om Ashwini Kumaras Namaha. Now we're going to honor Mercury retrograde, the Sun, and Uranus all together before we invoke the star, as all three of them are in the same star at the moment. I start with Mercury retrograde. Om Buddhayeha Namaha. Om Buddhayeha Namaha. Om Buddhayeha Namaha. Now we honor the Sun for being in Aries. Om Suryaha Namaha. Om Suryaha Namaha. Om Suryaha Namaha. Now we honor Uranus for being in Aries. Om Hram Prajapataye Namaha. Om Hram Prajapataye Namaha. Om Hram Prajapataye Namaha. Mercury retrograde, the Sun, and Uranus are all in a star called Bharani, a star with a tremendous amount of divine feminine Shakti or power. Om Bharani Namaha. Om Bharani Namaha. Om Bharani Namaha. Bharani star is ruled by Yama, an archetype of justice. Om Yamaye Namaha. Om Yamaye Namaha. Om Yamaye Namaha. Bharani star is ruled by Venus. I put flower petals on Venus. Om Shukraya Namaha. Om Shukraya Namaha. Om Shukraya Namaha. Now we honor the planet that rules Aries, which is Mars. I put flower petals on Mars. Om Mangalaya Namaha. Om Mangalaya Namaha. Om Mangalaya Namaha. We pause for a moment and reflect on Misha, or Aries, a fire sign with very active energy, today containing Jupiter, a planet that helps with everything related to spirituality. Rahu, a planet that helps us to think outside the box. Mercury retrograde, a planet that helps with communication and business. The sun, which is our soul. Uranus, the planet that helps with success in life, higher intelligence, and astrology. We pause for a moment and reflect on this. Now I take a lit tea light and I hold it in the air above the blackboard chart that has the many piles of flower petals on it. And in the air, I circle the lit tea light around the chart 3 times in a clockwise direction, offering all these divine beings that we have just invoked the element of light. Now I take a lit incense stick to offer the air element and a sweet fragrance, and I circle this above the chart 3 times in a clockwise direction. Next, I take a bell to offer the element of sound. Now, I take a raisin, a little fruit, representing the earth element, and I circle this above the chart 3 times in a clockwise direction. And later in the day, I will eat the raisin as a piece of prasad or blessed food. Now I make prayer hands and I make sincere prayer to all of these divine beings that we have just invoked, asking them to send their positive blessings into the lives of all of us and also into the lives of our families, our friends, our neighbors, our colleagues, our homes, our workplaces, our schools, our communities, our countries, and indeed the entire world. May everyone on this planet have healthy food to eat, clean water to drink, clean air to breathe, a safe place to live, access to good education, sustainable jobs. May everyone on this planet have love in their life, now and always. I pray for enlightened leaders, enlightened citizens, enlightened laws, enlightened countries, and entire enlightened civilizations. I ask for blessings for all of my teachers, past, present, and to come. And I ask for blessings for all of my students, past, present, and to come. And I make a bow. You can continue to make your own prayers in silence for about a minute, and then we can do short Q&A. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Peace, peace, peace. Peace to the body, peace to the mind, peace to the soul, peace to the environment. Peace, peace, peace. May we all go about our day or our evening in peace. I thank you all so much for joining us. I truly appreciate your participation and your support. I see a few questions in the chat. Let me take them one at a time. Evelyn is asking, can a planet rule more than one sign? The planets that rule signs are the bright planets, the ones that we can see in the sky with our eye. So Rahu does not rule a sign, Ketu does not rule a sign. The moon, the sun rules only one sign, which is Leo. The moon rules only one sign, which is Cancer. Mercury rules two signs, Gemini and Virgo. Venus rules two signs, Taurus and Libra. Mars rules two signs, Aries and Scorpio. Jupiter rules two signs. He rules Pisces and Sagittarius. And Saturn rules two signs. He rules Capricorn and Aquarius. So I hope that helps you. So today, for example, Venus ruled the ascendant sign of Taurus, and there was Ketu is sitting in a sign Venus ruled. Saturn had two signs, had planets in two signs that he ruled. So yes, some of the planets do rule more than one sign. Answering that question. Someone is asking, in their area, the 12th moon ends at 1:45 p.m. today. Does that mean the 13th moon begins after the 12th moon ends? And the answer to that would be yes. So then at sunset today, it could be a special pradosham time for dissolving karma removal remedies in your area, because it would be 13th moon then for you at sunset today in your area. Barbara was asking earlier about 4 planets being together in a sign. And actually, I believe we have 5 planets in a sign, if you're counting Uranus right now. When there starts to be that many planets in a sign, it is something where that particular sign, the topic of that sign in your own chart may be more heightened, and it can cause a bit of intensity, as perhaps not all those planets are compatible easily with each other. The sun, for example, is exalted right now in Aries. However, the sun and the moon are both planets that really prefer to be alone in a sign. So the sun, even though he's exalted, he may be feeling a little bit constrained sharing the sign with so many other planets. It can be a little bit like having a bunch of kids in one bedroom, and one kid starts a pillow fight and then they all join in, and it can be hard to get them all settled down. So when there's that many planets in a sign, it's a little bit of interesting energy for us to look at what is the topic for that particular sign. This is in Aries, which is a sign of a fire sign, very active energy, but also what is that sign in your chart? What house is that for you? And the topic of that house might also be something to look at for you. Okay, so I hope that gives you a little bit of information. I can't answer specific questions for each person's chart about what the configuration means for them. But I can say it's a lot of planets in Aries, a fire sign. It could be perhaps a good time to maybe light a few extra candles, or do mini fire lab, or even attend a fire lab, perhaps, one that's going to be broadcast on over the internet. I think AstroVed has several. Pillai Center Practice does one each month, just to participate a little more with the fire element. since there are so many planets in a fire sign right now. Could be a suggestion for you. Anything you do with fire, of course, please observe fire safety. Babaji always wants anything we're doing with candles or mini fire labs to be done very, very safely. And he doesn't like for people to leave candles burning if they've left the house. Like, you may need to put those out before you leave, unless there's someone else home to watch over them. Okay, I think I've answered the questions for today. So I'll go ahead and say this will be the end for the live stream for today. We always appreciate it when you hit the like button, when you subscribe to the channel, as it does help the channel to grow. We'll be here again tomorrow. Namaste. The light in me truly honors the light in all of you. May light encompass all.